Tommy, look at you, all dressed up, doing the town, playing varsity. How you doing, kid? I ain't seen you in 2 years. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Bats? Hey, you look terrific. How you doing?
Hey, watch the uniform. Watch the uniform.
Watch the uniform. I've known you all my life, kid. Don't be getting big on me now.
Don't go busting my chops, Mr.
Hey.
Bats.
Hey, Tommy, I wanted to bust your chops. I tell you to go home and get your shine ball. Hey, you should have seen this kid in Little League. We used to call him Shine Ball Tommy. Nobody knew where he kept the Vaseline. He'd be throwing balls, batters be going, getting their eyes checked. He was terrific. He was the best. Won a lot of games, too. Salute, Tommy.
No more shine balls, Mr. Bats.
What?
I said no more shine balls. Maybe you ain't heard. I got to cut fastball now.
Relax, will you, for crying out loud? I'm only busting your chops a little bit. I'm only kidding with you.
Sometimes you don't sound like you're kidding. You know, there's a lot of people around.
I'm kidding with you. Hey, I haven't seen you in a long time, and I'm just busting your chops, and you're getting all fresh. If I offended you, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too, Mr. Bats.
Good. So now I'm going home and getting my voting box so I can vote for you for Record Journal Athlete of the Week.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you may happen to be tuning in. I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record Journal, and welcome to spring 2021 season. How glad are we to see you? Oh my God, Aaron, hey, a year ago at this time, let's not go there. Let's go right here. 2021 season underway. That means the Record Journal Spring Athletes of the Week is back in season. And Aaron, we're ready to go, and I got to tell you, it's going to be crazy week after week because our teams are playing like they haven't missed a beat. It's so hard to pick 6 kids each week. You know, we were going to expand it to 94, like pull a Supreme Court Act. We're going to keep it with the traditional 6. And hey, you never know. We might have 3 boys and 3 girls a week, 4 girls and 2 boys. It's whoever does the best out on the field. It just so happens this first week, we got 3 boys, we got 3 girls, 3 baseball players, 3 softball players. Don't you worry, we will spread the wealth as this season goes on. But right now, man, some good baseball and some good softball out of the gate. And we're going to start with baseball. I'm standing on a pitcher's mound, Aaron. Why would I not start with baseball? And here's a guy who got on our radar screen right away from Sheehan High School, Mr. Joe Amarone, Joltin' Joe. Opening day. Kid goes 3 for 4 against Xavier. The Titans don't win that day. That's the debut, of course, for Coach Dom Lombardozzi. Amarone and Lombo came back on Monday. Great game against Cheshire. Went to extra innings. Joe Amarone went 3 for 5 with 2 ribbies that day. But most critically, doubles in the 8th inning, comes in and scores a game-winning run. Joe Amarone, that makes you boys candidate and overall #1 candidate here in week 1 of the spring 2021 season. A is for Amarone. A is also for this man, Mr. Evan Avery from Maloney High School. And I tell you, Evan, it seems like 116 years and 3 days ago that I came by Maloney to take your picture when you were a sophomore playing baseball for the Spartans. We nominated you that year, and we're nominating you again right here to start the 2021 season as a senior because, man, Evan, you're in the middle of everything as the Spartans got out to a 3-1 start. 2-run single in the opener against Eastern, complete game 3 hitter against Central, 3-run triple against Avon, and just the other day against Wilcox, 2 for 2, 3 stolen bases, 2 runs, a lot of numbers, adds up to good stuff for Evan Avery, Coach Ricky Marrero, and the Maloney Spartans. Evan, boys nominee number 2 here in week 1. Our third and final boys nominee also played in that game Saturday up at Sepa Field, Maloney and Wilcox. He is, of course, from Wilcox Tech, Mr. Jack Mcgovern. And, Jack's only a junior, but he's also only one of the few Wilcox players with varsity experience. The kid played as a freshman, so as a junior, he's really an elder statesman for the Indians, and it showed to start the season. Jack pitched very well against Manchester and Maloney. Coach Dave Cronin doesn't mess around, They play in the Connecticut Technical Conference, the Indians do, but they're starting the season with a lot of games against the public schools. They played Platt, they played Maloney, they played Manchester. Jack Mcgovern pitched really well against Maloney, and Manchester has yet to get a win, but certainly deserved to win. And at the plate, he's doing his thing, too. He was 2 for 2 against both Platt and Goodwin Tech. And in both games, he drove in 3 runs, including against Goodwin, a 3-run double. Jack Mcgovern, if you read our paper, follow us online, you're going to be seeing this kid's name pretty much every time Wilcox plays. He is boys nominee number 3 here in week 1. All right, our girls nominees, let's go right to it. Again, they're all from softball, and we have such good softball, and between Cheshire, Southington, the Meriden teams, the Wallingford teams. Where are we going to start, Aaron? Let's go start down in Lyman Hall High School, where the Trojans are 4-1. We're filming this on Tuesday, and Aaron, you were there yesterday at Lyman Hall, where the Trojans beat Ferrand 16-8. And let me tell you, Lyman Hall, the girls, they get after it. They hit aggressively, they run the bases aggressively, and the person who sets the tone, who do you want to set the tone? Of course, the girl at the top of the order. And for the Trojans, she is Miss Emily Chase. I mean, she sounds like a leadoff hitter with that name, because opposing defenses are chasing her all over the bases, and they ain't catching her. Get this, Lyman Hall in its first 5 games has scored 48 runs. That's 9.6 runs a game. Emily Chase has scored 12 of them. She scored a quarter of her team's runs. She is 13 for 18 to start the season. Tremendous start for Emily Chase. And the Trojans like to see it. Coach Stephanie Lovato Berghorn, one of our favorites. Her girl Emily Chase leading it off. She's our leadoff batter too here for the girls in week 1. Second nominee, here's a new name, here's a new face, and we are very happy to bring her to you. She is from the west side of Meriden. She is from Plaid High School. Miss Brooklyn Cividanis. Brooklyn Cividanis, get used to hearing that name. Only a sophomore, and man, she probably would have been playing last year as a freshman. Here she is, sophomore, opened the season against Wilcox and Conard, going to combine 6 for 8 with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. You know, Aaron, I want to go check my notes on that because it seems so preposterous, but it's so very, very true. I don't have to check my notes. 6 for 8, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs in 2 games, and 2 of those home runs came against Conard. A nice win for the Panthers in their first game on John Fastoli Field. Both of them were solo shots, and after the second one, Connor just said, the heck with this. Whenever Brooklyn came up, they just walked her. Brooklyn Cividanis. Remember that name. How can you forget it? She is girls nominee number 2 here in week 1. Third and final nominee, hey, we're going down to Cheshire. Here's a team to watch from now through the middle of June. Cheshire Rams, 5-0, and the girl who makes it go for them, well, they have so many girls who make it go, but it starts in the circle, and that means it starts with Miss Brianna Pearson, a senior, and what a start for her. 5-0, she has thrown 3 one-hitters, including the third coming Monday against Sheehan, and in that game she also hit her second home run in as many games. Now, the Rams have won 4 games by mercy rule, but they also shut out their big rival Amity 4-zip, and Brianna hit a home run in that game. But get this, basically, Aaron, Brianna is like out-producing the entire opposition over those 5 games. I added it up because I had like nothing else to do last night. She had 29 innings pitched, 29 innings so far. Brianna's given up 3 runs, 9 hits, and she struck out 43. At the plate, Brianna has 11 hits and 11 RBIs, 3 doubles, 2 home runs. Again, add up the numbers, it adds up to a Record Journal Athlete of the Week nomination for Miss Brianna Pearson from Cheshire High School. And that's it. 6 up, 6 down. Doesn't quite sound right, but that's how the game is played here in the Record Journal Athlete of the Week Diamond. I am Brian Carpenter, the sports editor of the Meriden Record Journal. It's good to be back to see my man Aaron wearing shorts and a t-shirt, my man Shawnee Krofsick, all our stringers out in the field. We got a good crew from Quinnipiac this spring. You'll be seeing them soon, meeting them, greeting them. They're there for us. Right now, you see this video. It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock. You have from now, Sunday at midnight to go vote. Please go vote like Mr. Billy Batts is doing right now. Don't let him stuff the box for Tommy. You've got some good candidates to vote for. We'll bring you the winners next week and a fresh set of candidates. I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record Journal. Thank you for watching. Be good.